Good morning. Today's prosperity tip is about legit work from home business. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sherri Kirklin, and it was literally my heart's desire many years ago to start a legit work from home business. After getting my college education, I realized very quickly that I wanted more choices in life, and the solution to more choices in life was more dollars in my pocket. And I quickly did the math and realized that, if I looked at people in my industry that had the same type of science degree that I had, that, even at the prime of their career, they weren't making the kind of money that I needed to make to reach my goals and to fulfill those big visions I had for my life. When I looked around, even in the small town that I grew up in, I saw that people who had plenty of money often had their own business. There were people that I went to school with who I knew took amazing vacations. Their parents owned their own business in my small town. These were the people that drove the big cars that supported the local uh, Pee Wee football team and the club baseball teams. It was their names of their businesses on the backs of the T-shirts, and so I knew from a very early age that if I really wanted to make enough money to reach my goals and dreams, I would have to go on a search for a home business. And, um, when I saw the kind of hours that people put into their, small town local home businesses, I quickly realized too that I wanted something that I could do from home. So, more than anything, I wanted a legit work from home business. And I struggled for many years, I'll be flat honest with you. And because of those struggles, I feel and I know in my heart that what I found out from those struggles can literally save you years and years of searching and heartache. So let's get started real quick. You may or may not have seen this picture. It comes from Robert Kiyosaki's Cash Flow Quadrant book. Robert Kiyosaki is a famous author. He wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which I highly recommend you read if you haven't done that. But basically, people who make money fit into one of these four categories. They're either an employee, they have a job, or they own their own job. They're self-employed. Maybe they're plumbers or electricians or pest control people. They typically have some, really uh, good skill that most people don't have, like a photographer or a caterer, and they own their own job, but they still have to show up to work every day or they don't get paid. The third one is a business owner. These are the CEOs of companies. These are if you're in a job, this is your boss. Um, these are people who build and design systems and have people working in their business. And some people can literally walk away from that business and go on, vacations whenever they want to, or they're literally chained to their business and they're there all the time. But ultimately, our goal is to get to the fourth quadrant. We want to make more than enough money to, meet our household budget, to buy our necessities, buy the things we need, and have extra to go on vacations or to give, lavishly to our church or charity, and then have some left over to invest. And when you invest money, it's a totally passive income that your money works for you. You don't have to do a thing. You just put it in there and watch it work. So ultimately, I know we'd all like to be there, but you have to progress through these quadrants to get there. And I'm going to make that fast and easy for you. Hopefully you'll see that as we go. So just a little more info about this. As an employee, you're trading your time for money. And, most people work at least a 40-hour week and receive a salary, or, they get paid by the hour. And you have to start thinking that just multiply your 40-hour week salary times 3, and what do you get? And is that enough for you? I know it wasn't enough for me. Or you could be self-employed, where you have a great skill, like I mentioned, and you work long hours and you bring in a lot of money for your family. But what happens if you get disabled? Does your family have that same skill that you have to continue on without you? Um, there's no leverage there whatsoever, and being self-employed just means that you can't fire yourself, or you could, I guess. Puts you in a little bit more control of your future, but you're still just literally working your tail end off. The third category is where I'd like for you to see yourself today as a business owner. You own a system, you have people working with you, around you, for you, and it's no longer the hours that you put in that bring you the income, but the system that you have set up. And what I'm going to teach you is, leveraging the power of the internet that works, nonstop 24 hours a day all over the world. So you're not even limited by your geographical location or the hours in a day. Um, so this system would run even if you got sick, or you decided to go on a little vacation, or even a mini retirement for 6 months, or you have some health challenges, just really anything that took you away from your business. It would run behind the scenes for you. And then we've already talked about investing. Ultimately, that's where you want to end up, but you have to begin earning money as a business owner first to get there. Now, if you look at being a business owner, one of the very popular models in the world we live in is to buy a franchise. And these are some of the top franchises. I bet that you have a Subway in your local town, especially if you live in the USA. Realize that someone had to spend at least $36,000 just to open their door. It could go all the way up to $262,000. But look at these, 7-Eleven, 30 grand, Supercuts, $103,000, Denny's, $1.17 million, McDonald's, $1.02 million. The average person, not that you're average or I'm average, but most people just don't have that kind of, funds laying around to get started with a franchise. But don't lose hope, because there are franchise systems, particularly the one that I'm going to show you today, that doesn't cost an arm and a leg to get started. Really, it's you'll be very surprised, and I'm sure that it will fit within your monthly budget, no problem at all. So what are the top benefits for your new legit work from home business? And let me just stop on that word legit right there. The franchise system that I'm going to tell you about, we've been in business for 2 years now, and we've paid out a ton of money. And there are people from all over the world, all over the planet, experiencing the benefits of this franchise system. And most of them could literally work in their pajamas. And there's no commuting, no driving back and forth, no brick and mortar. It's really refreshing. It was very refreshing to me. But let me show you what these top benefits are. Work from home. You could literally work in your pajamas. Choose your own hours, go at your own pace. Like I said, we have a global presence. When you get your system set up and working for you, it works 24/7, 365, whether you're there or not. Now, granted, you do need to be there, especially when you're first getting started. But as you build your system and build your business and become that business owner, you have the ability to walk away for lengthy periods of time, and your business continues to run. There's no cold calling. If you've been involved in any of these network marketing companies out there where they have you call your friends and family, or even pick up the phone book, there's none of that here. It's the coolest thing in the world. And no inventory to stock. If you've been, part of one of those pills, potions, lotions company in your past or in your history, you could potentially even still have some of that stock of those products in your garage. There's none of that here. And there's huge tax benefits to having a legitimate work from home business. I work with a CPA now, because my business has grown so much, and he points out benefits to me every year, new benefits that I get as a work from home business owner. And that goes to show you a little bit about what I do is totally legit. My CPA is very ethical, and he knows exactly what I do, and he understands that it's legit, and he supports me as my CPA. And really, all you need is a computer, the internet, and maybe a phone. I say maybe because, like I said, there's no cold calling, and there's much more effective ways to communicate than the phone. But you might be one of those phone people that like to talk on the phone, so you can do that. We are, not a pyramid scam. For those of you concerned about that, pyramid scams are, companies that focus solely on recruiting new recruits, and they, pass up that money from the bottom to the top. And we have an amazing product that's of high value to anybody in business. So again, not a pyramid scam, just in case that thought was running through your mind. And really, what's cool, and this is what I liked most, is that I had a potential for a full-time plus income in only a few hours a day after I learned a few simple strategies. This is not hard. It does take work. And I don't know if you're the kind of person who's willing to work. This is not a push button money making system, but we really have it boiled down to a science and can help you get started with just a few simple strategies. So, what are the steps to start a legitimate work from home business? I want you to connect today. Connect with our online franchise system. Like I said, we've really boiled it down to a simple science with simple to follow steps. And all you have to do to connect is at the bottom of this video in the description area. There's a link that you'll click on, and you'll just type in your name and email address. That's all it means for you to connect. You have nothing to lose but a few seconds and a few simple keystrokes to get connected with us today. And I want you to connect today with a mentor, someone like me, possibly me, who cares about your success, who works with a team of people who care about your success and can share with you the right information that works and help get you started on the right foot. And then begin learning today. Don't delay, do it today. How to become one of the millions around the world currently earning quiet fortunes from home and creating their own economy. Let me leave you with two things. These quotes have been really inspiring to me in my lifetime, and they've helped me take action, and I've, realized that taking those first few simple steps have made all the difference in the world to me. Wisdom comes from only two places: your mistakes or your mentor. Your mentor could be anything. It could be the Bible, it could be a family member, a father, an uncle, a person, a teacher, a boss. But we've all made mistakes. And my goal for you today is to help you not have to learn from your mistakes or the school of hard knocks, but to plug you into a system and let us be your mentor. And I don't want you to keep hoping for a solution. I want you to realize today that one action is worth a million hopes. So stop hoping, take action. The only way to increase your income is to get around people who make more money than you and study them. We've got people on our team that make, you know, 3 figures a month, 4 figures, 5 figures, even 6 figures a month, and we're all available to you. Your dreams will wait for you to be bigger inside so that you can handle a bigger world outside. Don't make your dreams wait. Start today. And lastly, my wish for you is that you'll connect with your purpose, live your passion, and never give up on your dreams. I want to thank you for spending a few minutes of your precious time with me. Your time is precious. Don't delay. Make better use of your time. Start your legitimate home-based business today. To get started, just click the link below this video in the description area. Connect with me and my team today, and we'll help you get started. Bye for now. This is Sherri Kirklin, and I hope to see you and meet you on the inside.